Second time's the charm. Yep. First time I had a tech issue. I use an external hard drive to record all my streams, so that if I need to turn it into footage or broadcast, whatever, it all gets saved there. And the external hard drive, it said was corrupted, but all I did was unplug it and plug it back in, and now it's working, so it's not corrupted. It just, the OBS threw up an error that was just like, hey, you can't record any of this. We're freaking out now. I was like, all right, I'll fix that. Game dev gaming, it's true. I work on I'm not programming, let's be clear. I am working on the publishing and marketing side. I'm not actually making a game, but semantics. But what was I gonna say? Sorry, I was reading chat and then I got distracted. But yeah, I'm working on a game. I am officially on the dev team, which means that I have, like, professionally correct opinions about how game design works now. Everything I say means that it's coming from a game dev, and that means that it's not just my opinion, it's actually just facts. So when I say that this move is actually fine and you're all bad, the move is fine and you're just bad. If I say that a character is broken and busted and that's the only reason I lost, they're broken and busted. That must be the only reason I lost. Like, they wouldn't let me be on a game development team if it didn't mean that I was 100% correct 100% of the times. I must know about the game you're working on? I can't say anything yet. I cannot say anything yet. Game is not public. Game is not... The studio isn't even public. So, I can talk to, like, friends about it. I don't need to hide it in person, but if I was, like, at a convention in a crowd, I still couldn't talk about it unless we were at a quieter spot. Hey, Wisely, what did you mean by this? I assume you mean the professional game developer. I announced this on my last stream. I announced this in the last stream. Obviously, most people don't see all of my streams, but that is my new job. I am genuinely working. I'm like one of 7 people on the dev team. Do you see that Sentinel's ink is back from the dead? No, I did not. No, I did not. Certified wise words. Wojo, are we meeting up tomorrow? I don't have a car yet, so I've been planning to take the light rail. You've been too busy with the fighting game jam? Yeah, no worries. I never want to hear that Ludwig doesn't do anything for Rivals after this. Bro's paying thousands for this. The apology form's better refilled out. Well, yes, so if you missed this, Ludwig has announced that Lud is going to be paying for hundreds of registrations for EVO, which is venue and that's venue and registration for Rivals. Now, caveats. Lud is trying to make sure these are going to people that will actually attend. People that, like, the worst thing that Lud could do is announce all of this and then have 50% of the bracket DQ. 50% of the bracket DQ, that kind of beat. But yeah. How will those top 250 players be decided or contacted? I have no idea. I have no clue. I wish I did. I assume that it's going to be a mix of, like, ranked as well as, like, algorithmically from major results. But I don't know. That's what I would do if I was on the dev team. But I'm on a different dev team. Also, so many people guessed that the game that I'm working on is Rivals 3. As a joke, but, like, I can't tell you who I'm working for yet, but I will tell you definitively that it is not the Rivals team. They're fine with this, and this doesn't ruin my relationship with the Rivals devs at all. But no, it is not the Rivals team. In fact, I feel like it would be a real bad look if they let go a bunch of people and then hired me like 2 months later. There's only 218 people with R2CS points. The 250 is just because Lud said it on stream. I tuned into Lud's stream when he was announcing it. Lud said that his team will be reaching out to the top 250 players and offering them passes. That's all I got. That is all I know. But between that, he's also paying for passes for top 128 at the event on Saturday, which I need to decide. I have reached out. There was a chance that I was going to be working it or not. I still have to find out if I'm working that event, if I'm like on commentary or hopping on like the mic, hopping on a call with Lud, anything like that. If I'm not, I might be streaming it. There is a local, like regional for Melee and PM that same day, but I had mentioned to some people that I was probably going to have to DQ from that and then show up to that regional late just to hang out with people. Now you guys know why. I knew that there was going to be something on the 18th, but I couldn't say anything. I thought it was going to be announced last week, but I only knew about all of this because now, cat's out of the bag. When I said that all of the creators for Wisely Wars are getting passes to Evo, this is how. Someone from Let's Team reached out to me like a month ago and was like, hey, this is super NDA and you cannot tell a soul, but Lud's doing it big for Evo. Would you want passes, or not even would you, if we give you passes, can you give them away at Wisely Wars? It's like, yeah, I'll figure that out. I will figure that out. So, spoilers, I actually have more passes to give away than the number of players in Wisely Wars. I don't fucking know what I'm doing with all those yet. I have to figure out how to give those away. So, I'll probably be doing some giveaways during the Wisely War streams. I'd love to go to Evo, but I'm not going to the States to skip me. Wojo, wouldn't you be there anyways for work? I've had a couple of the players who couldn't play in this Wisely Wars but entered the last one reach out to me that were like, yo, does Wisely Wars players include me from last time? And I was like, no, but I got enough that if you can promise me you show up and actually go and actually attend, I'll give you a thing. So there's a couple people who weren't able to, like, the timeline just didn't work out for them to apply for. The timeline didn't work out for them to be in Wisely Wars Round 2. That are, at least they have messaged me. I don't know if they're considering. I don't know if they'll go. Because, like, if I have enough passes where all of the Wisely Wars players can go and I still have to give them away, because there's no way that all of the Wisely Wars players can make it. No, you both said it. Combs, you both said it. I just saw Wojo saying, which I knew what that meant. What's up, Strong Bad? I am a professional game developer now. It's true. Not for the game that I'm going to be playing today, but... And I'm not actually a professional game developer. I am just on the development team now. I think the person who's going to be doing creator and content marketing for the game saying that they're a professional dev is stolen valor of some sort. I'm on the dev team, but I am certainly not going to be programming in any VFX or adjusting frame data or I don't know what the laws are about calling yourself a game dev when you're on the team. Bro thinks he's on the team type beat. Truly love to go, but you understand your hesitation? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Crimson, I'll give you a cryptic clue. You have heard of the devs before, but it's their first game. But he ain't even doing frame data. Ooh, your Strong Bad's on the Twitch side now. Ludwig says he made Rivals. Isn't that the same? Yeah. I think mine's less egregious than Lud saying he made Rivals, and I don't care that Lud says he made Rivals because it gets more people to pay attention to Rivals. I'm gonna call myself a professional game dev as a joke. If it helps, I've already been doing playtesting. I've done playtesting, but that's also so that I can learn the game and help market it better. But, like, they also are like, you have a decade of Flatfighter experience. If you have a thought on, hey, this doesn't make sense, or this should work this way, or this should do this, like, let us know, and we'll at least consider. So I've definitely been like, hey, the visual clarity on this doesn't make sense. It doesn't. This combo devils? No. Yep. The hints that I've given is that it is an unannounced upcoming platform fighter. So because of the unannounced upcoming, literally any game that you have heard of doesn't count. Wisely killed Punkzilla. Oh no! Not the dev team that I, like, still talk to the developers for and actively invented their playtests. Oh no. Yeah, unannounced. I'll let you guys know when it's public. I have said, like, my channel's not going to change. I'm still going to be covering the whole genre. I'm sure I'll talk about the game or stream it or do other things, but, like, also things get weird if I'm actually on the dev team of being like, time to play the game that I work on. So we'll have to figure that out. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of your comment, Crimson, just because the more we get into guessing what the game is, the more I can't say things. Is it just a fighting game or also plat fighter? I have said specifically that it is a platform fighter. It is a platform fighter. I got hit up by the CEO because he saw me posting about looking for work. And I had actually play tested this game back in January. They had hit me up to do some play testing for it that I wasn't. Can you for Lud Plays Rivals? It's fine. No. I will stream it. I will still play it and stream it. I'll talk about it in videos, but, like, my channel isn't suddenly going to be like, all right, it's 100% this other game. I will just cover it and talk about it the way that I play whatever games I'm enjoying at the time. And, like, when I have a good topic that I want to talk about, I probably know more about the unannounced. Strongbad, I think there's a good chance you would know about this. I think there's a good chance you would know, but I can't confirm or deny that vocally through Twitch, through a live stream right now. So, I don't think it'll be too long. I'm doing creator marketing, and we're gearing up to have the first, like, creator preview playtest for it. So, once they know about it and they can stream and make videos, then the cat's out of the bag. So, I can talk about it then. Yeah, I got a guess in your ear there. Yeah, I would just have to awkwardly ignore comments. And it almost looks stranger if I'm like, and I'm not going to mention that one. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Today was only my third day of work there. Today was only my third day. So I am brand new. Who knows? Maybe a month from now, they're like, hey, this isn't working out. You got to find a job again. I'll be like, okay, fine. But right now, the job is at least until, like, a month or two after launch. So that I can help with the launch window, and then we will see from there how things are going. You really notice the frame delay when you're used to good netcode? Yeah. Ultimate feels like trash online. I don't know what to tell you. And that's something where, like, I'm not saying that Ultimate feels like trash normally, or it's for me or it's not for me. If someone who loves Ultimate was like, hey, this game has incredible netcode, they're a dirty liar. They also don't believe what they're saying. still feels great offline. And like, it's not for me offline, but I totally get how it is for other people. It's just not my style of game, but at the same time, like, if you're like, hey, it feels great offline, does not feel good online, I totally get that. The players aren't experiencing any issues type beat. That is like my nightmare if I'm on commentaries, that I have to handle a situation like that. I feel like I was honestly close during EVO Top 8 last year, but I didn't know what was going on. We also had to vent because we didn't know what was happening. I feel like if I had more information, it would have been bad. I forgot about that? Yep. I am genuinely really glad that we didn't know what the giant delays installing was for. So it just turned into Flambo and I asking Dan questions about him designing the game. Yup. Yeah, now, okay, back to the rival stuff. Now everyone knows where all the passes for all the Wisely Wars creators came from. It is from Ludwig. Officially not from Off-Brand, from Ludwig. So this is just him. My dear Rose, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna head out, but congrats for being a professional game developer now. Real. Thank you. Genuinely, the real makes me feel happy. I will never be like, I designed the game, but like, I've done some playtesting and I'll have a little bit of input, but I am the only person on the team that isn't like programming. I'm the only person on the team that has been hired so far that is on the publishing marketing side. Because it's a very small indie team. Can we make Ludwig a Ludwig apology form? I'm not going to, other people can. Other people can. I might retweet it if I think it's funny. It was very funny when what was it? A couple months ago, there was people that were, when Lud played Rivals with that FaZe clan dude, and he did not like the game at all, and some people were like, Lud doesn't show this game enough, but also when he does show it, the person doesn't like it. So we're gonna be unhappy either way. Lud is screwed if he does, screwed if he doesn't. I knew about this already at that point. And I just had to sit there being like, so I know that Lud is giving away over 400 passes to EVO, which by my math is clear over $100,000. If you assume each pass is $250-ish, it's this like, but I just had to be like, no, Lud isn't, I literally saw people that were like, Ludwig is trying to tank Rivals because he put it in front of people that wouldn't like it, but then he won't play it on stream other times. It's like, so do you want him to play it on stream or not? He plays it on stream once a month at the very least with his bro versus bros. You just didn't pay attention to the ones where it went poorly, or when it went well. The one time it went poorly is when it got clipped. But I literally knew about this because the team had already asked me if I would be able to give away some passes. And I had to just be like, all right, I can't give any input because that leaks what's going to happen. I will say, and this is not a leak for me even, I do know that there's other stuff going on. But I mean, like, this is from like Nick Yinling, who used to be Lud's assistant, still works for Lud in other respects, who has literally been like, there's even more to be announced still. There's even more to be announced still. Galaxy D just got over my fear of bald game devs. Anyways, what are we doing today? We are looking at my brick wall that I heard you still are not over either. So, but if you're over your fear, then you're fine. Current player numbers? I don't know. I haven't looked at them. I have not looked at... I heard that it's doing fine. Like, it's not as big as it was on the casual patch release, but I've heard it's holding on to the numbers decently. Over 1,000 peak in the last 24 hours? That's good. We've been over 1,000. Yeah, this is great. What I thought was interesting is that it had a higher peak than Lorena and held on a little bit longer. It's also mostly positive on Steam now, so dope. Sick. I've had a lot of people message me. I can't leak who anybody is yet, but the Wisely Wars Discord is vibing. People are super pumped. All of the players are really excited. I think I've said it's about 1/3 returning, 2/3 new. The players are very excited. A lot of them saw the Evo announcement and thought that was dope. I have had to stop them from leaking on accident because they just want to play it on stream. Yet another Momo. What's up? Earlier today, I was at work and saw that like 4 players were just playing inside in VC in the Wisely Wars Discord. None of them were streaming. They were just playing for the love of the game. It's going to be dope. I think this is... I had a great time last Wisely Wars. I think the group that I have together is sick. Not like all the biggest names ever, but I think the energy is going to be dope. I haven't watched since Subathon, but it's all good. Mostly YouTube. Yeah, no worries. I do the same thing with streamers. I don't really watch a whole lot of Twitch unless there's events. When I follow streamers, often it is, unless it's a friend of mine. Because if it's a friend of mine, whether that friend could be a big streamer that I happen to know in real life, or just small streamer friend, like, I'll watch them because I'll be in chat. But other streamers, like, unironically, we've talked about Lud. I'll use him as an example. I've been watching Ludwig since before he was a big streamer. I have, like, oh my god, probably since, like, 2017? Like, I remember watching Ludwig and Slime doing Off the Sticks, for example, if anybody remembers that. Oh yeah, we got the Twitch drops. I forgot about that. But, like, I keep up with Lud, unless he's doing a thing that I really care about. I keep up with him through YouTube. I work with content creators for my job, and often my experience with streamers is through their YouTube videos edited later. Gave Lud guff in the past with Evo stuff. Has actually changed your mind on him? Good. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. It was just funny when I knew a lot of this was happening and I couldn't say anything. Yo, thank you for the sub.
Twitch Prime is free, kinda maybe sort of. I love Slade chat.
I also love Slade chat. He's not my main, but I do love Slade chat. Blood really shows he cares for the last little bit. I will say, it is over $100,000. It's a lot of money. You know it's a lot of money when the head of Evo, not like C-suite head, but the organizing head of it, Rick, was DMing me and he's like, Lud just has a lot of money, doesn't he? When the head of Evo is the one telling you, like, that's an absurd amount of money, but, like, Lud can do it if he wants, I guess. It's like, yep, sure is. Yeah, it's over 100. I saw some people that were like, yo, I bet Lud's gonna keep doing this for other events, too. It's like, no. He'll support other events, I'm sure, but, like, Lud certainly isn't paying for 500 entrants to Genesis. Lud can't be dropping 100 racks every single time. We just gotta be realistic. There's no way he can do that. But yeah, I am very excited. If y'all don't know, this is the big reason I was excited for Evo. I was excited anyways. Man, I still need to submit my commentary application. But, like, when I saw this happening, and I knew at the time that they were going to be giving, what I was told, 200, and then on stream he said 250. 200 right away to the... What was I going to say? He's going to be giving 200 right away to, like, the top 200 players. I was like, oh, so if you're making an event where you are directly giving free registration for the top 200 players in the world, That gets everyone else to go. It's the FOMO. People are going to be like, well, literally everyone else is going. And so it's just going to start spiking. I fully believe, unless the flights are insane, because I'm not even going to bother with hotels, because I know Rivals players, y'all will fit 12 to a hotel if you have to make it happen. This, I think, by itself is going to make this the largest Rivals tournament ever. I think this is going to make it the largest Rivals tournament ever. And, like, I don't feel like that's a hot take, even. If I'm just like, yeah, someone's offering to pay $250 to each of the top 250 players in the world, and then all of them are going to be like, well, maybe I should go, maybe I shouldn't, but, like, literally everyone else is going. There's Wisely Wars creators who aren't even Rivals people, or they kind of pay attention to Rivals now, that are like, dude, if it's this big of a deal, like, I think I have to go. Like, I have to be there for Rivals to get into the arena. And I'm like, you're not even, like, you've never been to a Rivals local before, and you're already like, yeah, but I also should be there. Like, the numbers are gonna get nuts, as people confirm. I think it's gonna go crazy. No, it's not gonna hit Smash Bros. Numbers. No way. No way. To hit Smash Bros. Numbers, you have to get to, like, 2,000. Like, 1,500. That's not happening. I don't think it'll break 1K. How many did we have for extended lineup last year? Let me look this up. Evo 2025. Might be able to top 3 game. I doubt it. I doubt it. I would love to be proven wrong. Also, people did take things out of context. Blood said he wants this to be the largest Rivals tournament ever, but people thought he meant that he wanted this to be the largest tournament at EVO, which, like, would be cool. But I saw people that were like, Lud's gonna just force his way to the top of EVO, and the FGC's won't stand for this. I'm like, one, he's very clear about, like, he's trying to get this to only people that he knows will actually compete. But also, why can't I find the EVO 2025 bracket? This is crazy. It's like not... StartGG's search sucks. I had to find it on Google instead. How many did we have in EVO? We sold like 363 in EVO. I feel like we can hit at least 500, but I think we can hit like 750. I don't know how many people have registered for this one, though. EVO 2025 entrance. I'm curious. One sec. Let's make sure I'm not leaking anything for my new job. Because that would suck. Okay. For 2025. So if we're looking at last year's numbers, so 5 through 8 had arena finals, but they were on Saturday. And 1 through 4 had arena finals on Sunday. I think to get to the top, I think we could get 5th. I think we could get 5th. It'd be really hard. It'd be really hard. 5th or 6th. What I don't want us to be Saturday morning. I would take being in the arena over not being in the arena. But I think 5th or 6th would be good. I just wouldn't want it to be Saturday morning. I loved the fact that we were Saturday night last time. I loved the fact that we were Saturday night. I think for the extended lineups, we had the best one possible. There was a couple people who were upset that we didn't get Sunday for extended lineups. And I literally was like, you guys, we don't want Sunday for extended lineup. If we have Sunday on extended lineup, that means that we are now competing with Guilty Gear, Tekken, and Street Fighter. And like, I'm sorry, I'd rather have the game that we are competing with for viewership be Granblue than the game that we're competing with for viewership be Tekken. You're honestly shocked MK was on this graphic at all? This is last year's registration numbers. They're not just gonna remove MK. It was there. It was a game. I am looking at this to guess where we need to hit for this year. Because this year there's 12 games. I think there was a thing that we were at 9th. Yo, what's up, Zeke?
Zeke Love wins.
What's up, Zeke? You thought this was pre-regis? No, this is 2025 numbers. That I'm just curious what we'd have to beat to get to the arena. I think we definitely can make arena by getting top 8. In fact, I think we're at 9th right now, based on the last time they showed, but that was also like a month ago. Because we almost were at top 8 last time, even though we were at extended lineup. And with this news, it's going to explode. The numbers are just going to skyrocket. I don't think we get Sunday. I would love to be proven wrong. I don't think we get Sunday. But I think Saturday night in the arena would go dummy hard. Would go so hard. I would also love to do commentary from the arena. Oh my god, getting an arena top 8 would be a dream. You adore the gay Forsburn for his clone icon. Wait, what? I just saw the Zeke Love wins. I don't see the... I believe you. I don't see what the emote is. It's not showing in my chat. I thought Arena was only on Sunday. Nope, it's Saturday and Sunday. It's just because they're doing 12 games. Not every game is... I can look it up. Not every game is Not every game is in the arena. But you know what? I bet it's on here. Beginning the next... Is this it? Nope. Where is it? Oh, it would be the EVO announcement show. What was the 2026 EVO announcement show? I don't need this. I need the... I need the news of it. I don't want the video. Take me to the actual thing. Learn more about EVO 2026. The best test. What's up? Thank you. Hotel booking. I just want to know. I forgot that VSAV is there. That's crazy. Event rules. Showcase. What's the schedule? Is it what games will be there? No. Okay, here. This year, top 8 finals for 6 of our featured titles will take place in the arena. Oh, it's because they're doing top 8 instead of top 6? Is that why? Do we have to get top 6 to be in the arena? I thought it was top 8 to get in the arena. They're probably doing that to spread it out. Top 6 is doable, but it's going to be hard. Though I think with this, I would love to assume that this means we are getting all the people who have regged and then, 500 more, but I think it's going to be... I think there are going to be people where, and I do not blame them at all, that they're like, hey, I reg, but I'm also a top 200 player in the world. I would like to have my reg refunded and take the free one. It's like, yeah, obviously, do it. But I think the FOMO is going to kill people. I think there's going to be so many people that are like, well, everyone else is there. I guess I need to go. Yeah, because this was last year. Top 6? That's doable. That's 100% doable. Hard, but doable. I wonder where we need to be to get Sunday. Is that top 3? If it's top 3, I don't see a chance. Street Fighter is going to be big. Guilty Gear has had a huge resurgence. It's going to be the first year that 2XKO is there, even though 2XKO isn't as big as a lot of people thought it was going to be. Tekken's always still going to be big, even though it's in a weird spot right now. I think Guilty Gear will beat Tekken. I wouldn't be surprised. It'd be a crazy year, but I wouldn't be surprised. Fatal Fury drops down, I bet. What are the other games? I'm super zoomed in. One sec. So Street Fighter, I think, beats it. I think Street Fighter beats Rivals for sure. I don't think Invincible Versus does. Right now, we are right behind VSAV, which always, because that's the retro game. The retro game always gets a bump. I don't think we beat Tekken. Oh, can we beat Grand Blue? I don't know. Grand Blue has a phenomenal scene. It's a smaller game, but they turn up. They turn up. We can def beat Grand Blue. I don't think that's nearly as small or as simple as you said. Grand Blue got 5th last year, above Uni and Marvel and MK. 2 years ago, Grand Blue was actually the 4th biggest game. We don't beat Strive. There's not a chance we beat Strive. We beat Blaze Blue. I'm so curious what happens to Fatal Fury. I think Fatal Fury is going to be tiny. Unless they have crazy money or something. You don't see Invincible having legs. I think it'll be a niche game. We are Rivals. We beat Virtua Fighter 5 because that's a remake. If it was the new one, maybe not. We don't beat 2XKO. So how many games does that mean? We can beat Street Fighter. Or we cannot beat Street Fighter. Sorry, we're definitely behind Street Fighter. Definitely behind Tekken. Definitely behind Strive. Definitely behind 2XKO. That's 4th. Everything else, so that'd put us at 5th. Everything else is doable, even if it's hard. Very hard. Doable. We can beat Street Fighter. I did say that. I did not mean to say that, but I did say that on accident. That's Lud's goal, though. Lud has fully stated that his goal is to make the arena. That has been a full statement. So, we will see. We will see. I do think that this will be the largest Rivals tournament ever. Like, largely in person, whatever. Fatal Fury isn't actually done because it doesn't have infinite money. Yeah, but I don't know what the. Okay, let's do some more sleuthing. Evo put out a post. I don't remember how long ago. Evo. So also, I saw someone say we need a Wisely Wars or an Evo sponsor for Wisely Wars. God, I wish. It was very funny when I was like, I have a bunch of Evo passes to give away. That people are like, "Yo, we got the Wisely Wars Evo sponsors." Like, wait, no, I just can't tell you where the things are from. I think the Evo prize pools aren't different per game. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. The prize pools are based on entrant count, though. Here, we can go back to this. I actually just had it up. So, it is purely by entrant count. So if we do get to game 6, that's 40K. Oh, why did that do that? If we do get to 6, that is a 40k pot. Right, but the Saudi royal family can't pump the prize pool and make more people play. True. True. Also, for that elephant in the room, yeah, I fucking hate that it's connected to Saudi in any way. Yes, I agree. I had a couple of people that are like, I can't believe Wisely would do this. I'm like, this is going to be the biggest thing Rivals will be at. And I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure that I'm fully, if I'm going to be there, that I am, like, for Wisely Wars, I am getting queer people on the mic. I'd say like a quarter or a third of the queer people, or not of the queer people, of the Wisely Wars players are queer in some way. Like, I get that this sucks. I fully get that this sucks. I really wish that this wasn't the way that this was. I also know that a lot of the stuff that is in place for Evo for this year has been in place for over a year before all of this happened. I am much, much more wary and very curious what happens to Evo next year. But the stuff that's happening at Evo this year has been underway since before last Evo. Yeah, the situation sucks. I wish that I had a better... I wish I had a better thing to say about it. Alright, I was pulling up Evo. There's a difference between going to Evo and EWC. There is, but like... there are people who are like, I will not go to Evo because of this connection. I'm like, you know what? That's super valid. I understand. If someone's like, I refuse to watch this because of Evo, yeah, yes, I understand. Like, I think that is a very valid statement. Where is it? Where's the last time they changed? I did see someone had posted a, like, am I wrong for, what was it? They were like, am I the, like, too woke friend, or is this super corny? Like, is this super corny that Rivals is doing big stuff for Evo? And I wanted to respond to it like, both. Like, both can be true, as someone who's kind of part of it now. All right. Oh my God, where is it? I think that's basically the most I can say about this right now, though. Is this it? Okay, yes. In February, this was the registration leaderboard. So out of the games that we were... Rivals was above BlazBlue, Under Night, and Virtua Fighter 5. With the big bump, I would be shocked if we don't get above VSAV. And frankly, with how people are feeling about the Invincible versus Beta this weekend, would not be surprised if we go above that. Fatal Fury still has more people than I thought. Yes, and so everything in the bright blue is... Everything in the bright blue is the... is in the arena. VSAV will get good numbers. I don't think it's going to be as big as the retro games have been in the past, but that's because fewer people have played VSAV. Oh, Fatal Fury is below Granblue? Yeah, Granblue's big. Tekken 8 is still, and this was during Season 2, still second. So, I think we got a shot. God, it would be extra funny to push Fatal Fury out of the arena. Not gonna lie, that would be extra funny as a end cap to that last point. Invisible versus a chance to pop off depending on dev response. Yeah, I agree. I agree, and I know that those devs like have made very good games before. I think I underestimated how big the Invincible IP is. I knew it was big, but it's huge. How many games are in the arena? Top 6 are in the arena. top 6 are in the arena. So we have to have more entrants. This was from February, before all the announcement happened. Well, we have to have more. Basically, imagine this with us at 9th, and then add like 400 more. Add like 400 more entrants, and then we definitely get to top 6. So, but they would rather, like, I know that Lud and his team would rather have a pass go to someone who will for sure go and definitely not DQ, because it would be a terrible, frankly, an awful look for Rivals if we get enough entrants to be in the arena and then like 50% of the players DQ or no show, or like, oh my god, it would. One, if I was Lud, I'd be pissed at people taking my money and then not doing it. But 2, the FGC would hate us. The FGC would rip us apart. And they would be fully within their right. I do think that if we get to arena, even if everyone does show, people are still going to do that a little bit. But at that point, they can hold it. They got to hold it. Because, like, the FGC already hates Spot Fighter players? No, they don't. In my experience, they like traditional fighters more. In my experience, they don't like Smash more than they just don't like platform fighters. I've talked to a lot of people who play other games that are like, they think Rivals is dope because it is a game that was designed to be competitive from the beginning. That's a big distinction for them. The fact that it was designed to be a competitive game. They think that's cool. I'm not saying they love it, but they think it's cool. It'll be drama. Oh yeah. I mean, it's already drama because of Lud's involvement. There's so many people who somehow think that Lud is like First of all, there's people that think that Lud is like responsible for terrorism because he has done content with Hassan, and they think that Hassan is also a terrorist, and therefore Lud is a terrorist. It's this very weird thing. There's also all the people that think that Lud is responsible for Mango's decisions, or that somehow he has dumped all of his friends under the bus, all of that kind of stuff. It's a bunch of very parasocial people that took a look at like the top news thing for the week put to them by Right Wing Grifter number 5, and we're like, that's the person that I'm gonna hate. You will never see a comment on them and under any other Smash thing. It is always just that. It's never about Smash. It's never about the games. It is just, how can I attack this person? And that's it. So you're gonna see it anyways. I have gotten comments under my videos that have mentioned Lud about that kind of thing, and I just ignore it or block them. What was I gonna say? But like, it's more of if Lud pays for a bunch of tickets, but then those people all show up, or it is the same DQ rate as the other games, great. It's a little weird and people will still not be happy about it, but at least the people showed up. If Lud buys a bunch of tickets and those people don't show, dear God, if you get a ticket offered to you and you cannot make it and you know you can't make it, don't go. Don't take the ticket. Let that go to somebody who can attend, that will attend. Old heads that hate everything that isn't Street Fighter 2 8-plot fighters? Yes. They also hate Street Fighter 2, but that's true. All right. I'm still down to talk. We're still going to do a bunch of stuff. I want to play some video games. Today's stream is, I mean, it's already almost 9:30. Today's stream was mainly because there was just a bunch of news that came out, and I don't have anything to do today. So I wanted to play and basically do a, not like ranked grind, but a much more chill than normal, let's talk about the news, and I'm going to play some games, and we're just going to hang out. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Yep. Fighting games are great when you don't have people online telling you all they all suck. Fighting games are amazing when you delete Twitter from your phone. Unfortunately, with my new job, I had to reinstall Twitter on my phone, but, you know, one step at a time. I think I might have control over the brand's Twitter account once that happens, which will be very funny to me, because that's not part of my job, but I'll just have it anyways. It is actually part of the job, but that's more because it's such a small dev team that even though even though I was hired specifically for creator marketing and then a bit for content marketing, which is like making videos and ads, like my job is just marketing, because it is such a small team that like I'm still gonna have to do some community management or marketing or whatever. That's not gonna be my main thing, but like I will just have to hop on wherever it's needed. It's magical how it went from being a Smash Bros fanfic to being on the main stage with other fighting games. Yeah, it's so sick. It's so sick. Small teams mean you have to wear a bunch of hats. Yes, correct. True. And I knew that when I was hired. Like, they were clear about that. Because he's like, I know that you aren't super excited about community management, because I'm just not. I would much rather plan cool events with creators or make videos to show off stuff that I think is neat. But, like, I'll do the other stuff. It's just not what I want to do. It's not the stuff I enjoy as much. All right, let's play some Rivals. Oh my god, I'm so glad that I'm not showing my screen right now. Popped open Steam and the dev playtest build for the game that I'm working on now popped up. Ooh, if I was doing display capture, I would be screwed. Did you get the Evil Lorena skin? I actually did. I needed to redeem it still, but I bought it like right before going live. Real talk, the FGC needs to consider divesting from EVO in the future. I agree. Saudi blood money is a tough sell for a lot of people. Yes. I've talked to a lot of people. And I can't name names, obviously, but I've talked to a lot of people behind the scenes. Like behind the scenes that literally work at EVO kind of thing, and that's why I can't say any names. But like a lot of everything that was decided for EVO this year was stuff that was decided like a year ago. And the people, and they are good people that are working there. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to remain the same. After this year, it is no longer stuff that was decided before Saudi money. So, time will tell, but yes, I understand. Oh, it's going to be a new experience for Rivals, never before seen. Yeah. I know a lot of people that are basically considering this EVO as like a last hurrah because of that. And I definitely am. Like I said, I have a number of friends that work at EVO that are like, I've talked to privately, and based on like our conversations, I've also kind of looking at them as basically the canary in the coal mine of, I probably shouldn't be saying all of this out loud, but whatever. I won't leak anything, but I don't need it to jeopardize shit either. But anyways, if they leave or if something happens, that's with my sign of like, all right, it's down the tube. There's no longer good people at the helm. How much input does C-suite and does money get? But I think this year's going to be sick. I think this year's going to pop off. Whatever it announced is going to change the game forever. Wait, what? What do you know that I don't? You think an announcement at EVO? I mean, I'm sure they're announcing something at EVO. I think they've said they're announcing something at EVO. But I don't know what they could announce that would be something as grand as you are saying right now. Didn't they announce a character at Combo Breaker last year? Yes, because I had the character, I was on the mic, and I had the character leaked to me 10 minutes before it went live. So I couldn't pretend to be excited because I knew what was happening already. I'm still annoyed that someone leaked it to me 10 minutes before the thing went up. I don't think they're going to announce anything. So Evo last year was in August, end of August. This year, it is in June. So that's the bigger reason. I don't think any announcements are happening at Combo Breaker because literally Combo Breaker to Evo is like a month. Whereas last year, Combo Breaker to Evo was 4 months. Because Evo and CEO switched blocks, basically. All right, let's get this.
A pirate's life for me.
Where do I go? Redeem code. Also, y'all have been sick at the creator codes for the last like week and a half, 2 weeks. Thank you guys. Oh my god. Thank you. I definitely made more in the last 2 weeks than like... Oh, hello. That's the code that I just read in. I do wonder if it's going to be a newcomer or veteran. I think it's going to be a veteran. I think it's going to be a veteran. It's just a gut feeling. But that's because they've done... We got Galvin into Lorena into Slade, and that's 3 newcomers. That's the only reason I'm thinking veteran. Because I remember before being like, man, I need it to be a newcomer because we got a bunch of veterans back. When's the Rivals Crescent Major Hitfall? I don't remember when that is. I'd have to double check it. Dan says he considers Slade a returning character, which is lame. Well, okay. There are Dan has said that there is returning, meaning they were playable in Rivals 1. And then there is 2 different types of new characters. There's new as in they have never been shown in the universe before, and then there's new as in they have been somewhere in the lore before. When I say new, I mean they weren't playable in the game before. Dan says, that was not what he said like a year ago. Slade's definitely a lore newcomer. No, Slade was Dungeons of Aether. Slade is not a newcomer. The Legend, what's up? Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I should play Slade, because that's what I was doing. But because we're just chilling and I don't have a goal for the stream now after we talked about the news for a while, I kind of want to just play ranked seriously while we're hanging out. Oh, you mean newcomer that was in the lore then? Yes. When we get one of the Creatures of Aether? We should get Creatures of Aether that plays like Olimar. It's just a dude being like, here's cards. They do things. Like, I bet I can just get plat in this stream if I play seriously with my main. And then I make my way to Diamond. You gotta use the first win of the day bonus on Slade. Can't you get the first win of the day bonus with whoever you want? It's just the first win. Lorena is considered a returner. Is she? I mean, I knew that Lorena existed from someone else in Workshop, but not from the dev team. I've been considering Lorena a new character. Chat, quick. Slade or main. Slade or Maple. Slade or Maple, quick. What am I doing? Prague was not an option. Oh, hello. Ah! That just showed 180 ping. Okay, it's going back down again. What was that? Slade. Okay, fine, I'll play Slade. If I lose, we're going Maple, though. New rank, new you? It's kind of new rank. It's not my old rank, I guess. I will have more fun playing Maple. Slade is fun, But Slade is a, like, I'm having a good time playing for fun, not I am playing seriously in the bracket. But I'll play for a little bit at least. You hit my sword! God, I am moving so slow. And that is a B thing, not a Slade thing. I get that he's a slow character, but that's not why I'm moving slow. Alright, I need to start walling out. Yeah. The mesh shirt. Chat, you're not allowed to be attracted to the character right now. We have to focus. You cannot focus on Slade being hot. How did that nair miss? You respectfully disagree? I didn't say you had to be respectful about it. Chad, I don't know if it's a Slade day. I don't know if it's a Slade day. I don't feel this is... I'm not feeling it in my hands right now. This is just ranked right now? No. I'm not saying that it being difficult or not. I'm saying I feel like I am not making good decisions, and I am not maneuvering well with Slade. I'm getting too overwhelmed with my options and then panicking. Now the grab. I'm so glad they grabbed the boomerang because that was definitely not what I wanted to do. How did that grab me? Yeah, there we go. There we go. This feels weird because his design was built to indicate speed. I don't know if it was. I feel like he could use a little bit more speed. I don't think he's bad though. I don't agree with some people saying that he's awful. I think he is a solid mid-tier. Chad, I see you all asking for different characters from Creatures. I did not play Creatures at all. I think it'd be fun to do a stream where I go through all of the creatures since I didn't know their designs ahead of time. And I just rank which ones I would want added to the game purely on that. Yeah, he's not bad, but I think he's a lot more difficult than people were expecting. And in a game where there's certain characters that are pretty easy that you can play at that level, anybody being kind of difficult mid-tier means that everyone's going to be like, they're trash. I'm like, no, they're just not. You just have to work for it. Hit him. Thank you. Yeah, there we go, there we go, there we go. We're remembering how to play. I want Yano, man. He's my goat. Is that a joke about them being a goat, or is that I don't know if Yano is a goat character. I swear to God, you'll learn how to sweet spot one day. There you go. We did it. You get one sweet spot and immediately convert into the back air. I need to stop making fun of my opponents when I'm down. Like, if I'm losing, I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff. Oh no, I missed my cancel. Why didn't my dash come out? I'll take it. I'll take it. Yano's the carrier pigeon mailman. Oh, they were like a workshop character, weren't they? Not in Creatures? JV, I agree that he's slower than I expected. There's no way that you think that he is as slow as you are saying with some things. But I think a lot of people saw the trailer and they thought that he was going to play like young Link, and he plays more like adult Link and a couple other characters at the same time. Does this game make anyone else sweat? Yes. Yes, it does. I also have like fancy lights above me, so that might be it too. But I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I'm playing this game at home and not on stream, I'm sweating, and I'm just like, I'm gonna put on a tank top now. Chat, I wanna not think that much. I'm so sorry. I just want to play my main and have a good time right now, and we can keep hanging out. You can't play this game if you showered? Gross. Twitch drops on Rivals, finally more streaming incentive. If you need the Twitch drops to have incentive to stream Rivals, you don't deserve the Twitch drops. Just your hands? When I used to play on controller, yeah. The Twitch drops are for those who, I don't know. Ah! Let me down. I'm just running into every down air. I just need to avoid down air, and then we're fine. Hold the ledge! Oh, I thought I could like above the top of that. People are almost never streaming this game. That's fair. When are you trying to tune in, though? Like, there's not a ton of super consistent streamers, but there's a few. To be fair, I'm going to be streaming less now that I have a new job. I'm still going to be streaming like this, but I'm going to be streaming once or twice a week and not more than that, and I'm focusing on YouTube. You know, you thought... Oh, that killed! What? Zap streams all the time. Yeah, a bunch of people do. Chat, I've been doing a lot more aerial down special, and it's been sick. I've been cooking people off stream. I've gotten some really sick zero to deaths. Unfortunately, they were all like with just enough spacing missing where I'm like, I don't want to post this. I'm not gonna like just tweet out, look at this cool combo I got. Unless it's like really sick. I need to stop shielding from this person that has grabbed me every time I shield in front of them. Unless they are actually attacking me. There's Maple's aerial down B. It's this. And it marks the person and pops them into the air. It's trickier to use than a lot of... Oh, than a lot of other ones. Yes, the downward dash. But it lets me set up for some like really cool tether stuff. I also need to be working in reverse. The reverse on the forward one. Oh, tried. What is that? This person's in my head. I hit A. So, I think now that we have Slade, we don't really have the, like, this character will be a nightmare to program. I think the fact that we have Slade and Orcane, who both have what I would consider to be nightmare mechanics to program, means that I didn't remember, I did not even notice they bought that. No wonder they were being useless. There we go. Honestly, it's tough to get unsafe on block. I mean, if we're not spacing. It's a wrap. If we're not spacing. Sylvanas costume Maple, best with your muscle memory. That's very funny. I literally, when everyone was talking about Sylvanos, did not even consider the fact that I was playing as Sylvanos Maple. Why does the menu feel like it's moving slow for me right now? It feels fine in game, but I feel like the menu is being weird. Okay, every time I dash attack through, they whiff a grab the other way. So I think I can just keep using that cross up. And it is either gonna hit like that, or they're just gonna go for a terrible punish on it. I jumped in. Yeah, there's no way. Felt cool. Triple D. Okay, this person's just gonna mash in front of me. As long as I... Like, everything, their counter options are all buttons. Forgot I had that over there. Bro's shopping when he knows that I could be tethering to him? Okay, I did that though. I did that though. I love just stand there into downstream. I was behind you! That's alright. I just need that. Stop shopping in front of me. Okay, well they did. That's why they were shopping in front of me. Did not realize they had enough money for it. That's alright, I can kill him twice. There's one. Come on! You're just gonna land with a down air right in front of me? It's like fighting Link and TM all over again. You gotta beat the down air landings out of somebody. I respect the Phoenix Feather purchase. I do too, actually. I wouldn't go for it myself. When I play Slate, I usually go for the earlier items, especially boots. But like, if you are on your last stock at high percent and you've got the cash, I think that is objectively the correct play. Now, I do think the more objectively correct play, objectiver play, would have been to buy boots or hookshot earlier. But if you're already there... Yeah, only buying items or only buying feathers is a problem. I have seen, though, I thought that upgrades were the best thing to get. But a lot of the Slate clips I'm seeing are, like, boomerang and items. I think I may have been shown the light by, like, Bronzewell and some others. It was very funny seeing clips from my local from my stream pop off yesterday when I was not able to be at my local because my car was stolen and I haven't gotten a new one yet. Tour is your go-to. Dan! Dan! Ah! How did I die? Wait, we're back? We're back. Louise, is the camera, like, low for some reason? The camera feels like it's off. What is this problem? If I win, I need Louise to know that I'm so much better than her. I'm not gonna say that they did it on purpose or anything like that. Unless it happens game 2, in which case we gotta fix that exploit. Okay. No, that's not Trevor. Trevor does combat design. Trevor does combat design.
Hold the ledge.
Twitch ad hit, so I'll be able to discuss Slate economy. Yeah, I was saying that when I've been playing, I felt like it was better to go for permanent upgrades. But then I've seen other things happening, and I feel like I may have been wrong. God, the lowest forward air there feels so sick. And the super unnecessary down air to down strong. Didn't need to do that. Felt cool though. Can we acknowledge that I would be, would have been on my third stock if the game didn't freak out in a new and unforeseen told way? Unforetold way? Yeah. That's fine. Probably going down there. Really? I even DI'd the right way for that one. No. Not dead yet. You can't kill me yet. You are only getting straight hits. Oh my god, you DI'd out.
You got this.
Let's fucking go! The game didn't want me to win. Dan didn't want me to win. I said I'm still taking it. Let's go. I should read all of the stuff about in chat. Sorry, I was very focused. Can't believe that skin is free. Yes, I agree. Some of them more success in other matchups. Yes, I do think a lot of the Slate items are matchup dependent. Who's incredible, but on average against good players, I found if you're... Oh, you don't get them until the last stock. Yeah, I have noticed that. I'm not apologizing. I started a conversation and then immediately went over here. Boots are my favorite to buy. I feel like boots help the most. Let's see if it does that again. That was a fun way to start the game. This game's way more exciting if the game freaks out and you don't have the stage and you die before you play the game at all. Oh, it was kind of fun. Come on. Alright, twice in a row. I like it. I swear I hit them there. I was gonna do something silly if I had my way there. I was just gonna down tilt, spike back down tilt, spike back down, then do something else. Hey, we can both hold down, bud. We can both hold down. AGT is magical. I love AGT. I'm sad that my Slade was feeling so off the first game, the first set I played, because I would have been down to play some Slade tonight. But with after talking about all the news and everything, I just kind of wanted to chill. Messed up. And it's gonna be easier for me to chill and do funny things with maybe tonight.
Get on him.
Oh, good. Okay, I got shimmied. Oh, I will accept that. I thought they were gonna need a special get. They did it earlier. Extended her boxy, sure. I'm way up here. No, I messed up. Or you want a first to 5? It's not that I'm locked in on rank, it's just that because of the reset and the fact that I was playing Slade, my rank is very low right now, and it thought it would be fun. I might be down for a first to 5 though. Because like you're somebody I know in person versus like
Hold the ledge.
if it was just like a random person, I probably would say no. But I do need to beat this Claren first, who somehow I did better on this set where I couldn't see. Or the game where I couldn't see. Weird. Oh god, I panicked. The screen froze and so I just parried. Which might not be the best panic option.
You got this.
And no one expects it. Oh, I literally tried to call it out. All right, we got game 3. Easy, 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 easy. Also, been playing Slade against people who I know play PM at a decent level. Yeah, I mean, I literally played an AGT character in PM for at least a year or two. Before ICs were fixed, and I played Toon Link. I love item tech. It's very fun. I miss my beloved Merchant Port being a starter. Buff my character. Unironically, a bigger nerf to Maple than some of the actual nerfs they put into the game. Is not having Merchant Port for starter. I got focus, because I'm getting deep. just do a... and say, I'm getting beat on dashbacks right now, and I really gotta be calling those harder. I was not DIing that. Alright. I was a Banjo main, so Malo sung to me. What the fuck does Banjo have to do with Malo? Those characters aren't anything alike. Grenades, maybe? I cannot kill this person. I'm terrible at dodge. I should have died for it. I will say, this person remembered how to tech chase halfway through the set. That's one.
Get it.
Nope. Let's call out the dash back. Okay, we're in the lead. Jesus Christ, no, we're not. I just have to call out the dash back. That's all I need to do. That grab had no reason to hit me. I'll be real. Game? What is going on with the audio? What is happening? Oh, I'm suddenly jumped to 8 frames of rollback. Okay, we're back.
Get him.
I can't tack. That's not a loss. That's not a loss. I went to 8 frames of rollback suddenly. No.
You won't get in my way.
What was that? This is the same set where game 1, I just didn't have a stage for half the game. That's the first time that's ever happened to me, so unless it happens in my next set, I'm gonna assume that that person has some insane internet problems. Smo, thank you. Bro's ISP robbed my win. No, I have fiber. I have very stable internet. I think that Bro's ISP gained his win. Maybe an ROA2 and play with Maple 2. Nice. Oh, you followed in the last game? Thank you. I mean, yeah, you guys literally saw I didn't have a stage for half of the first game. Somehow the game I won. Have you tried out the new item scene shenanigans with Maple? Not much, because I was mainly playing Slade. And then I have only very recently started playing some more Maple again. And that's just more been to chill for because I started a new job this week. Hence the stream title. I'm working for a different video game now. And so I haven't been able to play a whole lot, and it's been I'm only playing when I just have time to relax, and so I have not been, I've had no desire to grind out new tech right now. Francois, I am down to play. I'm going to DM you on Discord. We can do a best of 5. If y'all don't know, Francois, if I could find your... Are we not friends on Discord? We have to be. There we are. Wait, I don't think this is you. Oh my god, it is. What does this mean? I don't understand any of our previous message history. PFP is a cat? Yeah. Apparently in 2016, you sent me a message that says, hey, do you think we could get a Hearthstone thingy for the MN Smash Discord? And I said, I just made one. I don't know what the Hearthstone thingy is. Also, I definitely have not been in an MN Smash Discord in, like, since 2016, probably. Probably. Yo, what is up? New York City Melee official Twitch account. Oh my god, Evo game? Yeah. Hello. That's when I was like 2017. No, yeah, I don't remember it either. Also, apparently in 2020, we must have played in some online bracket. Because all it says is, you want to host or should I? And I said, just saw this, but I'll respond in the Smash GG. What game could we have been playing in 2020 that we overlapped? Probably PM? Also, it's a gambling ad. I don't have any control over that. I am sorry. I wish that I had some say over what ads are placed on my content. I'd be willing to make less money from Twitch ads to not have you guys see gambling ads. Wait, what happened? They're up. Is there a giant Tekken patch? Did they just hard nerf a bunch of characters in Tekken today? What am I reading? No. I just saw I pulled up Twitter and I see Fidel say, at least we aren't Tekken, and then quote retweet it with like FML, and then the next post was, I love patch day. Oh, holy crap, what's up, New York City Melee? What is up? I didn't know that you guys were live. I saw the chat earlier. How y'all doing? Welcome to the game that is a cousin to Melee, I'll say. As someone who loves both games. Okay, wait. Was there a Tekken patch? Like, what are people freaking out about? Oh my god, there was a patch in, like, 3 hours ago that they're calling an emergency update. And apparently, like, 10 different character mains are all saying, oh, my character is dead now. Which means that it's probably in a much better spot, because everyone said the power level of that game was way too strong. Cool. Cool. Good for them. Good for them. I like seeing Tekken in a healthy spot. It's the same thing as, like, when every time we got a fairly, like, strong nerf patch in Rivals, a bunch of people are like, this game sucks now, my character is nerfed, and everyone else is like, thank god, I don't have to fight a demon currently. That's not the right thing. I don't know what the change... Apparently it was just heat nerfs across the board to everybody. That's what I'm seeing in the briefest skimming. No more heat bursts to extend combos. Using 1 or 2 install move for free and then using heat dash again. You can only do 1 install move if you use heat burst to enter heat. Literally everyone in the comments here is just like, oh my god, they fixed it. Oh my god, they made it better again. Good. I don't play Tekken. I like watching it, but I like when people are excited about Tekken. I think it's a fun game for that. I love watching Tekken when I'm at like Combo Breaker and Evo, that kind of stuff. Need this patch until I figured out Slade. Okay, why is it letting controller? There we go. I swear I'm not hitting. This feels slow in the menu, but it felt fine in game, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. NYC Melee. Anybody who's here from that? What was tonight the local? Let me know who won. Who's winning the New York City locals right now? I'm assuming tonight was a local and there's not just a random raid from somebody with 80 people watching. Alright, best of 5 with Francois. Francois a top player in my state. Also just a top player for multiple characters. One of the best Galvins, one of the best Metalises, currently showing a lot of cool stuff with Slade. How on earth is your Slade over level 50 already? That's insane. No. No. Okay, fine. I made you think that. See, my Slade doesn't move this fast. I didn't get the buff. I've been so trained by people to like hit Dancing Blade in a certain spot that now that it's not. What? Alright, that was like the slowest death. Okay, what's in the box? It's a boomerang. I thought I sniped the ledge.
Mine now. Oops.
Grab the boomerang out of the air, can I? I'm sure I can. Scan is spending money to recover! I was not ready for you to land right there. Yeah, sure. I didn't charge it the right amount of time. Imagine having a bank account, but you had to spend money to keep living. That's crazy, right? I could never imagine that. You had to spend money to recover and to heal in real life. That'd be nuts. It's a good thing we don't live in a place where you have to do that. No! Oh, I thought I could CC somewhere in there. Oh. Oh no. I just took so much damage to that. All right, that's the first good use of Slade
Pirate's
get
life
up
for
special
me.
I've seen. That's the first one. Crazy. It does a lot of damage. You just gotta have cash to burn. It's very funny getting hit by the things that I saw in Twitter clips earlier with the boomerang shenanigans. Especially if you CC it does so much damage. I didn't CC, I just ran in thinking I'd baited out a get up attack. And instead you just kept holding it. Feels like good Galvin special get up. I think Galvin special get up is good. It's just not good if the person is on the ground. If you catch them jumping, then it's great. I want to like restart my game after this. I feel like I'm getting weird stutters.
You got this.
I need to figure out what my answer is about that recovery. Other than letting you get back for free. That seems like a bad strategy. No. No! I thought I had it. I thought I had it. I messed up my tree drop. God, aerial glide toss is so cool. It's, I thought I well jumped in, but I just up special to kind of muted. I'm just gonna ignore you playing with your toy off the top flat. Like I don't need to engage with you.
Hold the ledge.
Oh, that beats out my strong. Ooh, good. Ryan, stop bullying me. I thought you were gonna throw a boomerang at me. I was not expecting the chest drop. Nice. Nice.
Gorgeous.
Interesting.
A pirate's life for me.
Soft upper is so good. Yes, with most characters. Oh, wait. I forgot to flip it so that you guys can't hear Discord notifications. One sec. I had to turn streamer mode off of Discord so I could find Francois' account so that we could play. How do I turn streamer mode back on? That way you can't hear Discord notifications from me. Enable streamer mode. There we go. I've had the opinion this character is actually pretty good, just really demanding mechanically, and if your tech skill is off or you don't have item play, he's as bad as people say. Matchup feel-wise, he feels really good so far. That is more optimistic than I was saying. I have been telling people that I think he's solidly mid-tier, but that he's very demanding and difficult. Like, I was going to play some Slade today. I've played mostly Slade on stream since he's come out, and I started playing. And I was like, I'm not feeling it today. I don't have it in my hands today. I gotta play a different character. But people hearing that he is difficult and maybe middle of the pack means that they are going to start dooming. Considering the war crimes that Orcane has gotten away with, and people were still trying to tell me that he's an honest mid-tier now, and that he is unusable post-nerf. I don't understand where your gaps are in that recovery. Yo, that was sick! I've never done that before. I've done like the into the I boomerang. Thank you. Oh wait, I realized something I could be doing. I messed up, but I realized something I could be doing. But I'm also scared, because I think if I miss it, I die. I think I can be doing some like drop zone tether kind of stuff. Ooh, I like that spacing on the... Come on, let me get one on the board. Let me get one on the board. Oh, I thought we were going somewhere else. Okay. It feels very silly to keep holding a boomerang and hold the person in... Not again! Could you not just buffer parry against the boomerang? Like you buff hit the first time? Okay. Well, I messed that up. I tried. There's a ledge! No, no, no! Okay, we have some semblance of a strategy. I was holding the other way. I don't know why. Boomerang! Fuck you. I wanted to... Oh no. Smart. Let's go! I got one! Not shut out. Beating a top.
I'm still
What, how high can I lie? how high can I lie about where you'd be ranked in the world with it still being believable? top 50 player in the world. I don't know where you're ranked on ranked right now. You've gotten a major top 8. I'll take a win on your new character from a major top 8 player. I'll say that. Ha! I just looked at the Wisely Worst Discord and there's 3 people playing right now, just all of them off stream. Super funny. And they're all talking about the tech and nerfs. Great. Great. We do have some FGC nerds in Wisely Wars this year. What, ad time? Says like 45 seconds left. Alright, hit me when, tell me when it's ready. I don't know what stages Slade likes. I still have no idea. I've been banning and picking stages based on what I know Maple likes. I have no idea what stages Slade likes. I feel like I don't have a good, other than he's slow, so like not super long stages. You haven't fully figured it out. But like a lot of other characters, I can be like, oh, they have this, they have that. Like that means they probably like stages with high top class zones or things like that. Overall, you love Todojo. All right. I should not have banned Fire Capital. In my head, I was like, that's a stage he doesn't want to play on, and then I banned it anyways. Like, I'm gonna force myself to try to counter your recovery until I figure it out. Because if I'm not willing to go for it in friendlies, then like, when am I? Oh god, you got the nair out fast. I missed my ledge dash. Okay. I wanted one of them. I was here being like, how can I link a boomerang into my forward air? And I did not do it. Oh, okay. Good tech. Damn. I don't like this stage against you, and it's for the dumbest reason, which is we are so close to a ledge at all times. I don't understand how to edge guard you or how to force you off the ledge with your item pull. And so the fact that we are always near a ledge is very scary. It reminds me of like ice climbers in PM. How like FD wasn't our best stage, it was actually this. Because at any moment I could get you to the ledge for a handoff. Damn, that was good. That was really good. That last confirm was sick.
A pirate's life for me.
I don't know what to do. I had ideas, but it will take me a lot more. I think I'll actually have to lab stuff against Slade on the ledge to really figure out how to deal with that. I think the answer is drop from ledge, like invincible nair, wall jump back up. But I couldn't get myself in a good spot before I was getting hit by the glide tosses in the first place. And eventually you stopped even like taking center stage unless you had really easy access and you were just doing you were like just straight up going back to the ledge and being like, yeah, I'm winning here. What are you gonna do about it? So I have to figure that out. Cool. Fun to play against a good slide. GG's. GG's. He's really good on ledge. Yeah, I was not sure what I was supposed to be doing there. I have ideas, but not any that I could like execute in the heat of the moment. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for hitting me up. What time is it? 10:36. Play a little bit longer. I at least want to like get into plat, unless I get hard stuck for a sec. Plat's where I normally am, but I was playing Slade. And I've been beating diamond players recently. Just like offline. I've been holding my own or beating them. Definitely learned a few things, still figuring out how I want to play stuff in weird spots. But for a week into the character, on a character I didn't plan to play seriously, I'm really happy with the progress. Okay, but you've said that about like the last 4 characters, and then you literally had like one of the top 5 Edalises in the world, and then one of the top 5 Galvins, and then one of the... You can't just be like, oh, I just wasn't expecting to be good with them. Like, I think you were good at picking up characters quickly. I think that's just a skill. Shoot, I said I was going to restart the game because of me feeling a little hitchy. Said I was going to main Galvin 5 seconds into the real trailer. Right, sometimes you were more confident than others. Galvin was an easy tell that he was the kind of character for you. That's fair.
Get it.
Okay, they're not hitting the special. Oh, with that kind of frog. We are the I'm gonna down throw you and immediately down strong frog. I should have expected it at this rank. Top. Okay, apparently we were not at that percent and they knew it. No. Yes. I thought it was dead at 10%. Dog, I'm at 40%. Why are you charging strongs already? You have tech chases. No. I swear to God. There we go. Okay, I thought you were gonna land down a little bit lower. They died? Alright. I thought I was gonna have to make a little bit of a comeback, but 22% ain't nothing. No. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's not cheese me here. Let's not try to cheese me here. That just ends bad for you.
That's a wrap.
I know that this is the kind of person who is all they're trying to do is desperately go for the fastest kill possible, even if it's high risk, high reward. So they're going to do the down throw into immediate down strong, even if I didn't roll in. They're going to go for the fastest, like, if they miss this tech, I win. If they don't, if I do hit this tech, then they're screwed. It's a strategy I usually have a hard time dealing with, because I tend to play too... I don't respect... I respect people too much. I assume that they're going to do a mix-up, and then they don't. But if I'm really feeling it, I'm able to... I know what I need to do. Also, this person has not CC'd or teched a single down air, or a single dash attack. So I do need to keep doing that. Let's fucking go! Very easy confirm. Or not easy, but like not a hard confirm, but one that is a good roll or a good read. And with the assumption that they'd go for that kind of play. Bad DI on it. Getting the ledge. There we go. There we go. This tech's all around. Another round of this text for me. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. That's the one thing I said I needed to avoid. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I still got the here. No. I'm still alive, by the way. Off the top. I thought at 85. I don't know why I guessed that. Off the side. Yeah, off the side. That works. That works.
That's a wrap.
I am... That is the kind of player where I really need to make sure I'm able to do my game plan. If I'm not in the right mind space, or I'm having an off day, that kind of person will ruin me, because I keep thinking like, there's no way they'll go for it again right now, and then they do, and then I'm like, oh, okay, all right, fine. I guess they will just keep doing it again. I guess. Pets. I was really hoping that I would get some, like, plat or even diamond players so that I can rank up faster. Who up waving the dash? I'm rivaling my Aether right now. Although, I am registered for a Melee PM event this weekend. I think I might unfortunately have to DQ because of the big Ludwig event going on. I will still go to like say hi to everybody, but I just wouldn't be able to be there for long enough. I am a little out of practice for Melee, and I do want to get back into feeling like I'm in fighting shape for that game. Because Because, like, I know mentally what I want to do, but it's, like, just small tech skill stuff where I'm like, alright. Very different style of Rano, by the way. No, I meant to grab ledge, not go above it. Bad connection now. We're at 5 frames of rollback. Oh dear God, they were holding out, trying to dash away.
Hold the ledge.
Stop getting hit by that. I almost had the hottest combo. Just imagine if I had hit something off of that. Imagine. We're working on our offstage gameplay, chat. And then I get hit at 55. I used to suck at that kind of thing. I'm still not good at it, but I'm working on it. Nope. Terrible dash attack. I deserve to die for it. Yes, he goes for a second time. What am I doing? Okay, I'm still alive. And they just got caught in a rapid jab. Jesus, I don't deserve to win that. I don't deserve to win that. I had some good sequences, and then I maybe had some of the worst off-stage play I've ever done. I just threw myself off stage like 3 times. Wisely, in what way are you professional game dev now? In that I am on the development team for a game that is not announced or out yet. But I am not actually programming. I'm not making a game in that kind of way, but I am on the marketing and business side of things. It is an upcoming, it is my new job. I'm on day 3. I started Monday. I am doing creator and content marketing. So I'm not actually programming a game. I'm not making a game in that sort of way. I am doing some like testing and that kind of stuff just because it's a 7-person dev team and it's kind of all hands on board. All hands on deck? Not all hands on board. So I am on the development team, but I would never be like, yes, I programmed the game. I decided how many frames this should be. It is an upcoming game that hopefully will be announced soon. But right now, the studio and the game are both unannounced. See what the team puts out. I'm really excited. I'm excited for you guys to see it. Obviously, it is not like a game that I designed from the ground up. It's not going to be the, like, this is exactly what I've always wanted in a video game. Or in a platform fighter. I should have that. But I do think it's cool. And, like, it is definitely a crazy thing of, like, I did all of this stuff. And now I can say that doing creator marketing for a platform fighter is my job. And that's super sick. I parried that. I for sure parried that. Oh, shoot. I feel like this Rano is played even more chaotic this time. No! How are the games? Games are good. I got beat up by Francois for a bit. And now I'm back in ranks. Lost to somebody whose internet fully stopped working. It's crazy. Forcing myself to go for a lot more, like, offstage stuff than I would normally go for. Because that's the kind of things that I've been working on. Top. But it's definitely paying off.
Get on him.
Stupid gobble! I've never actually hit copy into the instant up B to kill. I thought I was gonna have a first timer there. Oh, shoot. I'm dead. No? No, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's realistic full part regardless of scope or size. I mean, I've said before, or I said earlier in the stream, like, it's an indie game, it's their first game, but all of the people on the studio are, like, very well established in the game industry. Like, I think it is very likely that people in my chat or in my audience would be like, oh shoot, it's some of those people kind of thing. Like, I think people will at least be excited about that kind of stuff. The marketing aspect still eludes me. That's the stuff I can do. But yeah, saying like I would never be like I made a video game, but I think that's why I was kind of specific at saying I am on the game dev team. I don't know if that makes me a developer or not. I know that people have strong rules for stolen valor. This is a teleporting Rano. This frog be moving through space and time. What the fuck? I can't see where he is! There's just nairs in the middle of nowhere! No! What's up, potatoes? How you doing, dude? I'm restarting my game after this. I've had one too many people with very weird connections, and I just want to make sure it's nothing on my machine. Or, like, an error like that.
Hold the ledge.
Well, GG's. Wait. Is this you? You literally saw him disappear and then teleport back. He was not at the ledge and then suddenly he was wall jumping. No, it's not you? Okay. I thought that was like a GG's, that was me. It has been at minimum 5 frames of rollback the entire set. But this game is definitely the worst. Terry. How dare you? Terry disappeared right before I needed him earlier. Oh, got it. Let's bring this back. I can't see what the Rano's doing. I am making predictions so far ahead, and it is not working out. GG's. I probably would have lost anyways, but it's very annoying losing in that sort of way. I just want the frog to move smoothly and not be teleporting back and forth on my screen. Holy 3 ping. It was 3 ping, but 5 frames of rollback. No, it was not 3 ping. You must have been seeing 3 ping. I was like, there's no way that was 3 ping. I have seen 3 ping before. Like, against someone who lives very close to me. But I don't like losing to Rano in any way. I mean, I don't love losing at all. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I am much more frustrated. The Rano was on 3 ping. That's crazy. So they were on 3 ping. Why you got LA as an allowed server? Because it is one of the most populated places in the US. And usually it's fine. Today it's been very bad. Today it's been very bad. Usually it's fine. I have fiber and I live in the Midwest. So usually anywhere in the US is good. Like, I've ended up on some servers close in, like, Mexico. Those are rough, but fiber in the very middle of the country is usually fine. LA is sometimes bad. Sometimes bad. That time it was very bad. Yeah, the server was in their house, and I was desperately fighting for my life as they were teleporting. All right. I have been having some weird issues, so I'm going to close for a sec. Actually, I just realized that is almost... You haven't tried West Coast servers since I moved to the Midwest. Maybe I should. I have fiber, so like it makes it easier. If I didn't have fiber, I probably wouldn't say that. Probably would not say that. All right. I did realize I have been live even longer than I was thinking. I was planning on doing a pretty short stream. I've been live like 2.5 hours. We got 107 viewers. Thank you, guys, for all the raids. Holy crap. If you liked the stream, follow along. Your video has been helping you get back in. Just want to say appreciate it. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Speaking of videos, I also have some videos planned coming up. I have described myself as a YouTuber who streams more than a streamer who sometimes does YouTube. So, if you want to see some of that, I am very proud of the stuff that I put out on YouTube. I have some stuff planned coming up. I will say, big week for streaming next week and the week after, because I'm doing Wisely Wars. If you don't know, it is basically a Sajam Slam, but for rivals. If you don't know what a Sajam Slam is, I'm getting a bunch of content creators together, 24 of them. They're each getting a professional rivals coach, and they will be getting basically a week and a half to train. After that, they got to see who comes out on top. We got everyone from brand new beginners, have never played a competitive platform fighter before, played casual Smash, that's it, all the way up to people who are literally, our top tier of players are all in Master, which is nuts. Nuts. Thanks for playing again. Hope to see you at an event soon, or even more. Hopefully I'm able to get one of the Evo passes. I feel like you definitely qualify for one of the Evo passes. For like the top 251. Major send-off before your daughter is born. Right, I forgot. You were an expecting dad. Congrats again. I'll be at Combo Breaker. I'll be at Evo. Those are the only events that I have confirmed right now. Because I knew that I was looking for work, got a new job. I will have more money to go to stuff again, but I have not been applying for things that I knew I couldn't afford to go to. So, due in August? Hell yeah, I'm very excited. I will be able to be at more locals, if that's what you mean. Someone stole my car last week because I got to my my parking lot and realized my car was in a different spot. It was all scratched up. And then actually, holy crap, wait, before I close stream, you guys got to see this. But yeah, my car was stolen and scratched up, and like they ripped the door handle off. They ripped the door handle off and ripped the inside of, they like ripped the steering column out. So I'll show you pictures of that quick, because that's actually crazy. But I got a notice in the mail today, which I thought was actually very funny. Yeah, luckily insurance is taking care of it. It's just taking longer than I want it to be. All right, here. So it was in the rain that I realized it, but yeah, that's the handle on my car, or not there anymore. They fully destroyed the door. In fact, the car was totaled by insurance. You know, slow insurance can be with replacement stuff. The car was totaled by insurance because it would cost, literally I would have had to get a full new door. And then this was the inside where they ripped the ignition switch out. They ripped the entire thing out of here. Like the steering column, the ignition switch, everything. And then let's make sure I don't dox myself. Here. I got this in the mail today. That was a notice from... But like, and the back was all scratched up, whatever. But it was only like 5 feet away from where I had parked it. It was within 10 feet of where I had parked it. So I was like, they stole it and moved it like 5 feet, whatever. And I thought, so another car was also stolen from, another car was also stolen from the lot the same day, from what I heard. And that car was found totaled somewhere else. So I was like, oh, they must have like run my car into something. Or they must have run that other car into this. That's crazy. And then I got this in the mail today, which I can only kind of show if I fold this up. I'm making sure you can't see any like important info to dox myself. So this was a notice. It says this is a warning notice. No fine is due. And that, if you can't see, is a picture of my car. That says it was going 45 in a 25 the day I found out my car was stolen. So, yeah, it turns out they didn't just move it 10 feet. They went for a joyride and brought it back. I found that out like 5 minutes before they stole a car, got a few tickets, so I thought, nah, I'll give it back. They didn't get a few tickets. This was sent to me in the mail. This was a automated, let's cover it up so you can't see the old license plate again. This was an automated, like a traffic camera. Can you fight the ticket? It's not a ticket. This is a warning notice. No fine is due. I still should talk to somebody because it's clear that, like, I don't need that on my insurance, although my insurance knows what happened. But, like, it was just, it was an old Elantra or Hyundai. They are known for being stolen, so I'm not getting one again. I knew that it was a kind of a thing, but not as big of a deal. So, not getting one of those again. But I do need to, like, send a thing being like, oops, this was not me. Thank you for not sending me I would be fighting it if it was a actual fine. But yeah, got that, like, right before I went live today. So when I checked my mail. So they took my car and went almost 50 in a 25 and then brought it back, which makes sense that the other person found their car actually crashed. I've heard it's just, it was just kids going for a joyride kind of thing. It wasn't even like I'm stealing the car because I need a car. That's the thing. If it was someone who's like, they desperately, it's the idea of like someone who steals like fruit or like food at a grocery store is like, they must really need it. And that feels awful. There's times where I'm like, yeah, if someone steals this, like it sucks. And I wish that didn't happen, but at least like there must have been a desperate need. And in this, I'm like, I think they just were having a crazy time and thought it was funny to drive a car around and maybe very recklessly and then come back. Extremely funny in retrospect that they brought it back. That's the crazy part, that they didn't just dip it somewhere, that they still brought it back to the same parking lot. That's the wild part to me, that they didn't just like leave it on the side of the road or something, that they're like, yeah, okay, we'll bring it back though. We'll like park it near where it was before. All right. I closed the game. I was going to open it back up. I'm realizing it's 11. I do have work in the morning. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing fine on my schedule. Someone stole my plates to do crimes once. Was a pain, but at least there was no damage. That's crazy. That's crazy. I know you've answered the how are you a game dev question, but who are you working for now? Congrats, that's super cool. I'm a senior developer in web dev, so it's just good to see. Yeah, so I am not actually making a game. I was hired to do creator and content marketing. Of course, I'm doing just kind of, it's a very small indie team of like 7 people. So I'm just doing all types of marketing, but my focus is on creator and content marketing for an upcoming unannounced platform fighter. I literally can't say who I'm working for because it's a small indie studio made up of like game industry veterans. So like it is legit. But because it's a small indie studio and it's their first game, I can't really say anything until that's public. But I think it should be public within like a week based on some of our plans. They should announce that they exist very soon. I'm guessing it'll be a week, at the most 2 weeks. So, I mean, considering I was hired kind of because they were like, hey, we're getting close to when we want to announce and have people start having previews of it so that they can launch it like Q4. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a joke. Like, I'm not actually, I would feel weird saying I'm a professional game dev for real because I'm not programming. I'm on the dev team, but I'm the only person on the marketing and publishing side. Versus like, I'm not the person programming things. I am doing some playtesting just because it's a small game and it's a game genre that I know really well. Congrats on the new opportunity. Sounds like it could be super cool. I'm having a great time so far. I'm enjoying it. The hours are really weird because a majority of them are all West Coast. And they start late even for West Coast. Like their times are like, some of them do like 10 to 7 West Coast time, and I just can't do that because that'd be starting from noon until 9 for me. Now, they understand that. They're not expecting me to work from noon until 9. You tell me anything and I believe you? Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm having a good time. I've done a lot of creator marketing before and content marketing. It's my first time working for a game, though. They basically knew that, and then they'd seen a lot of my videos and knew that I was super involved in the scene. Which helps, because like if I'm doing creator marketing and we're making a platform fighter, I know a lot of the platform fighter creators are. It's just an easy in. But it's also why I'm probably going to be streaming like once or twice a week instead of 3 or 4 times a week. But anyways, Franza, when I get a new car, which hopefully is soon, I still haven't found one that I like, and I'm willing to wait a little bit to find one that I really like versus one that I'm just like, whatever. Then I will be going to locals again. Although, ironically, the locals are the same time that they do a lot of their playtests for this game. It's not necessary for me to be at all of them, but it'll be weird being like, I can't go to that because I want to go to a different video game. So I got to figure that out. But I think what I'm doing is I'm doing more like 9 a.m. to 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 my time, and then I'm just working before a lot of them get started, and I'll send my stuff. If I was programming and I needed to work directly with them, that'd be different. But most of my things are like, the stuff I'm doing isn't as, it's collaborative, but it's not collaborative in the same way of like, oh shoot, we need to push this update and check the lighting on this and see if these textures work, versus I'm just like, who do I need to email later or reach out to? Is this patch ready for us to show off? Before we actually reach out to people. So it's a little bit easier for me to have slightly different hours than everybody else. All right, thanks for hanging out, chat. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see who we're going to raid, because we do have a lot of viewers right now, at least on the Twitch side. It's definitely because it drops, because there's like 4 viewers on the YouTube side, and usually it's even. Sounds like a good position for you. I think it is. I think it is. I'm really happy with it. I think it'll be super dope. One thing, though, is like the longevity of the job depends on if it sells well. Ultra Gaming, thank you for the follow. And Racon Animations, also thank you. Thank you. But now I get a clickbait that I'm a game dev when I make my videos that kind of talk about game design of platform fighter characters. And I get to be like, I know what I'm talking about because it's my job, even though I don't actually make platform fighter characters, and that's not my job. But I get to tell people that it is because I'm a game. You can't argue with me. All of my opinions will be objectively correct now. It's great. Huge bump to my content, for sure. All right, who are we raiding? I just realized I opened up the wrong dashboard. I opened up the YouTube one. Yeah, usually YouTube and Twitch chat are like almost the same amount of viewership. And instead, right now, we have 4 viewers on YouTube and 104 on Twitch, which is sick. It's definitely because of the drops. Can I be a professional beard maintainer next? No. I think I could be, but I don't have any desire to go to competitions. There are literally beard tournaments. Although I'm getting some white in my beard lately because I'm getting old. There's some gray hairs now. It makes me look cool. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the raids today. Like I said, if you like this, my videos are so much better. These are just fun. My videos are way better. But I will be doing Wisely Wars next week. Monday is when we are announcing the lineup. Thursday is when we're, so not this Thursday, but the one after, not this Monday, but the one after. Monday is when we're announcing the lineup. Thursday is when we're announcing the team, so who's on which team. And then the week after, Wednesday is the first day of competition, and that's Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. All right, who are we raiding? Who is live? And I have to be careful to not raid. Not careful. I can't raid anybody that is in Wisely Wars or else it gives stuff away, unless they're one of the pre-confirmed. Because there are some pre-confirmed people. Everyone knows that Zamsire, who's Eggdog Esports, or the Eggdog animation dude, Ludwig, Nandre, Junebug, and there's a 5th. Who am I forgetting? Stans. So if any of them are alive, I could. If any of them are alive, I could raid them. None of them are live. That's okay. Is anybody else streaming Rivals that I am friends with? Just the slightly larger question. If Junebug is live, Junebug is not live. In fact, I'm basically pulling Junebug out of retirement to do this event. Junebug has not played a platform fighter in 5 months. He's not played Rivals in like a year. Man, there's not a lot of people live at 11 at night, it turns out. Not a ton of people are live this late at night. Are you about to head out? I just joined the stream, but I love your content on YouTube. Aspire to do Rivals 2 content in the future. Yeah, I am about to head out. I got work in the morning. AZ Rivals is? Are they? I've not seen it pop up. If they are, I'll rate them. Easy Rivals. Oh, they are live. Ooh, it's Rivals 1. All right. That's why it wasn't popping up. Yeah, let's go say hi to Easy Rivals. Check out Rivals 1. They have one of the strongest rival scenes in the nation, and they also just announced, or SBS just announced the return of the Rivals Grassroots series. So they're doing big things for the original game still, which is sick. Sick. Gotta catch up on the platform fighter lore. I mean, June just work and has other stuff going on. Should raid a dropped channel. Oh shoot, you're right. I should have raided a channel that was still doing Rivals 2. I am so sorry. I've already clicked the raid button. You guys can all find somebody. I promise. I promise. I forgot. Good night. Good night. See y'all later.